Hello everyone, today's video is an AR offense compilation of Fortress Galeforce with Obstruct. Let me show you now the team I was using for this Astro Week. It's composed of, firstly, Summer Ursula as the first initiator. She's equipped with Fortress and Courtly Fan. Fortress may not trigger first engagement, but after a dance, she's about to get an extra movement from Trace and hit a trap eventually, which is pretty convenient. Courtly Fan, I choose this weapon for all of forms because no follow-up is a kind of weapon which ages, in my opinion, much better than any other kind of weapon. As for the C slot, I wanted joint drive attack. If you can get this kind of skill, this would be pretty nice. And as for the IV, she wants plus attack. And even though you don't have Ursula, let's say there is another unit which is worth considering. It's Selena. She has Tome of Storm, which is a null follow-up weapon. Problem with Selena is that she has lower bulk. She doesn't get plus 2 HP and death from a refine, so it's kind of difficult. Even my Ursula, sometimes she barely survives, and she has, as you can see, the summoner support. So if you are going to use Selena, same thing, you want to use summoner support and maybe more dragon flowers than what I am using. The advantage maybe of Selena is that she's targeting resistance, and this Ursula targets defense, and in general AR defense has better defense stats than resistance. But on the other hand, this one is colorless and Selena is blue. So if she's fighting Fast Save green armor, she's about to struggle a lot and not going to survive. So this Ursula has a neutral matchup against everyone, which is very nice. So here I have Fina as a second dancer because as I suggested, Fortress is good if you dance multiple times. So having just Plumeria is probably not enough in my opinion. So you want to use another dancer. Altina is here mainly for the smite. If she can get the Galeforce and if she needs to attack, this is good. So that's why I have her equipped with Wings of Mercy, Rain, Death Blow. Regine, same reposition, Wings of Mercy, Safer Shell. And lastly, Obstruct on Veloria. The reason for this is obviously because of Renewed Fang, which means it's telling you that you don't really need Flashing Blade. So this is why the seal is completely open and free, which is pretty convenient. As for the C slot, I think she wants joint drive attack. It's very important. The bulk is really kind of scary sometimes in AR defense. We have some very high invested defense, armors, and they stack so much Destined Guard that is a lot. And I have drawback on Veloria because sometimes I would use drawback to position forward my Ursula and trigger Blade Session. And being 2 spaces of Veloria means she gets, as you can see, the special fighter effect, half of it at least. So if they have a guard, she can proc Moonbow at the very least, which is pretty convenient again. So now let us begin. Hello again. This is the first match out of the 3. I didn't have a chance to comment while playing, so I am sharing with you now my thought process. This first defense is not very scary, but as I suggested in my earlier videos, if you can and try to find a turn 1 Galeforce solution, do this. It probably helps at getting better at this. Not just Galeforce, but any kind of hit and run strategies. player face. So here the difficulty for me was I have to waste an action like Altina smiting Plumeria, so that she's about to dance Ursula after the engagement. The other question was, if the Ceros, the enemy Ceros, is not debuffed by the dagger, will she survive? I checked the math quickly and apparently she can. That's why the Court Defense is beautiful. Even without the debuffs, she kills Ceros. And so yes, as you can see, I was using Ceros to trigger Wings of Mercy. And so I avoided, as you can see, the buffs from Plumeria on Fina, just to avoid one-shotting Shamir so I can dance after killing her. And now I had two solutions, either killing Reinhardt or Frazier. I decided to kill Frazier because of something I could do after that. It's this. This solution took me a while to realize. So because of the debuffs, I knew that Veloria can kill Sigurd. And as you can see, even if she's blue and inflict -6 attack on the foe, Sigurd deals a lot of damage. A lot. So the solution with Regin is, instead of using her to kill someone and use Kento, then, as you can see, it's reposition Kento to trap this Claude. And then that was pretty simple.
Okay. Yeah. By your command. Over here? Just like Fafnir.
And so here is the next battle. It took me a while to prepare because this brave Hector is very dangerous. Death respond and he's blessed with 3 mythics. One of them is Frazier, giving him +5 defense. Another problem also was Duma, because the Peony will dance Duma and provide Gentle Dream, which means +3 to all stats for both Hector and Duma. So Duma is getting +3 defense and Brave Hector as well. And I found that if I wanted to kill Brave Hector with Ursula, I need the full effect of Blade Session. So 2 units have to do something, they have to act. And so I was thinking of a solution, using Regin to snipe Duma and trigger Panic Smoke to remove the buffs on Brave Hector, and then having, let's say, Altina smite Plumeria up so that she's in range of Ursula, so as to provide her with the effect of Flower of Plenty +3 attack. And so no buffs on Hector, Flower of Plenty plus the full effect of Blade Session. That was the plan. I was also thinking of waiting turn 6 if needed, because as time passes, the Wings of Light on Ceros becomes stronger and makes Duma even more difficult to kill. If I cannot kill Duma, I mean one-shot Duma, obviously Regin is dead. So that was a problem. The other problem is that I calculated that Regin fails to kill Duma, but by a small amount, and this is because not just of the buffs, but because of the bright shrine targeting Regin. That's why. So I have to destroy this bright shrine and wait, if needed, until turn 6 and act accordingly.
Close your eyes to the shadows. Consider it done.
And here I wanted to make sure that my New Year Veloria will get the buffs in attack and speed from Plumeria, because otherwise she would fail to double Duopioni, but maybe eventually fail to destroy Picnic Flora. And in this turn, the idea is obviously using a smite on Ursula,
You have my trust.
so that she destroys the Bright Shrine, very annoying,
By your command.
and then moving 2 spaces away thanks to the trace. And here it's turn 4, and something I wasn't expecting. Without me having to wait turn 6, I discovered that Regin could kill Duma, and I was surprised.
I won't lose.
And then, because I could kill Duma right now, there was no reason for me to wait until turn 6. And as you will see soon,
Utter certainty.
this Regin barely kills Duma with Safer Shell, just barely.
Just like Fafnir.
And now Panic Smoke activates on everyone, so Brave Actor has the buffs removed, and I discovered, even without the max effect of Blade Session, Ursula already kills Brave Actor. Of course, as you have already noticed at the beginning, Brave Actor doesn't have Special Fighter Bonfire. But it's still impressive to see such numbers. She can definitely kill this Brave Actor. In the future, I think, if
You're pretty good.
if we get a C slot drive guard, a conditional drive guard, this would be very nice, and I will definitely get this on New Year Veloria, and it will help my Ursula dealing with Special Fighter Bonfire by inflicting guard.
What now?
So here Veloria kills no problem Duo Leaf because, well, she's blue, and also because of the buffs turning negative. And here is the problem. So I kill Flora, and then I danced Veloria with Fina, and that was a problem.
Okay.
You can tell this is the first time I was using Obstruct. I misread the Obstruct. I was thinking that Obstruct, well, as I discovered at this very moment why Frazier is still threatening my Fina. Why? I then reread it once more and discovered it's moving through the spaces adjacent to, let's say, Veloria. It doesn't say Frazier cannot move. So she can move one space, almost as if she was, let's say, affected by gravity. But she can still move one space, so this was enough to target Fina, and then she died. Well, so you can tell I have to learn it the hard way. So now I know that Obstruct doesn't work the way I was thinking, but it's still good. I still believe this is good, nonetheless, but you have to be careful. not leaving one weak unit
To the shadow.
adjacent to Veloria, unless you're pretty sure that this unit can survive. So for this, well, I use a ladder. And for our last match, a Dancer Trap Sigurd without weapon. I think this is kind of counterproductive. I don't think it works the way you want to see it work. And so this defense is probably nothing scary. I can easily wait turn 2, but as I said before, if there was a possibility for a turn 1 solution, I will always pick a turn 1 solution. And here the idea was to use as first attacker Summer Ursula. After killing Chrom, activating Far Trace, moving her one space up. And at the very end, after killing Seros and Sigurd, I was planning to use reposition on Regin, repositioning Ursula upward, and then using Kento to block Veronica.
Playtime's over.
But there was a detail I have either forgotten or underestimated. So here I expected Fina to kill Leaf and dropping her HP below 50%. Until now that was good, but the damage after combat was too much. Here Veloria one-shot Ninian, even if I was making sure Veloria wasn't getting any buffs from Plumeria. So she's still one-shot. And I have to think of another solution because of that.
What now?
And then I was thinking about checking whether or not Veloria could activate Galeforce against Veronica, and obviously she could. So here I have to dance Ursula because she's the only one who could kill Seros. So this action was an obvious one. And this is the reason I like Courtly Fans so much. Because Ursula doesn't need Naga to kill Duma or even Seros. And this is huge in terms of team flexibility. So here Veloria destroys Veronica and then Sigurd. And next step was having Regin snipe Ninian and using Kento to block Lysithea. And then finally
Back to work.
the smite on Altina to protect Fina against obviously Lysithea.
What now? Yeah. I'm going to stop you. With utter certainty.
And for the next time I have some Galeforce play I would like to show you. One of them is something I wanted to try out for a long time, and this involved Gravity. I have a Bridal Nayla which I have never used. She might eventually replace Veloria, but Flashing Blade CO times 2 is impossible. So I will have to think of a solution. Anyway, thanks for watching.